Here we fucking go.
The perfect drink.
The perfect drink.
The perfect drink.
The perfect drink.
The Perfect Drink is a podcast that combines amazing cocktails with the kind of infinite wisdom that can only come from a lifetime of poor decisions. So take a journey with everybody's favorite bartender. We can make some drinks, have some laughs, and who knows, you might even learn a thing or two. See you soon. Well, hey everybody, it is old HRK here, everybody's favorite bartender, and it is time for another episode of The Perfect Drink. It is Cinco de Mayo right now, right? It is Cinco de Mayo. This probably won't come out till like the ocho or fucking nueve, whatever. I failed Spanish, but they gave me a D, so they didn't have to fucking deal with me the following year. Anyways, happy Cinco de Mayo. I was gonna Will and I were talking like it'd be super funny if I wore a sombrero and like a poncho and just really fucking Mexicaned it up. But I didn't fucking, listen, that shit's expensive and I'm poor, and also it requires time and energy, which I don't like to devote a lot of to anything. But when I was walking out the fucking door this morning, I swear to God, I was walking out the door and I had this shirt hanging like on a hanger. Ashley, a while back, she was meeting me after work. I was like, can you bring me a new shirt? We were going out or something. And I was like, can you bring me a new shirt? And she brought this one and another shirt. And then I wore the other one. Point is, this one was hanging right at the fucking door. I feel like I'm a little loud. This one was hanging right at the door. So when I was walking out the door today to fucking come here, I saw this hanging, and it was like it was fucking, it's all, it all worked out. It all works out for old HRK all the time. Not the way that it works out for like normal people, like where everything's good, but it works out where like just when things are about to go completely in the shitter, something happens and I like stay afloat. My life is like a small piece of poo that won't go down the shitter. Sorry, that was gross, but whatever. Drinking a Michelob Ultra today to stay lean and mean. Now, we had kicked around the idea of drinking a fucking Corona in honor of my Mexican heritage, which is not a real thing, but whatever. And I thought, no, man, I got to stay lean and mean. Now, I could drink a Corona Light and stay El Lino and El Mino, but I'm a creature of habit. I want the Ultra. So what I did was, to Mexican it up, is I put the ever-elusive Mexican lime in there. I'm going to teach you a little trick about putting a lime in a drink. When you put a lime in a drink, you just wedge it down in there. You just make it go. It's a lot like anal. You just got to force it in. Boop. And it goes down. Now, here's the trick. Oh. Bubbling. After you fucking get the lime in there, you got to thumb it. You got to thumb the bottle. Make sure you wash your hands first. You got to thumb. I love the thumb move. You just got to thumb it. You just thumb it. And then you turn the bottle upside down and you watch as the lime passes through it's not moving. Come on, lime, you fuck. The lime passes, there it goes, through the bottle up to the top. It's a lot cooler with a Corona bottle because they're clear. And then when you remove your thumb, sometimes there's some, what they call in the medical field, discharge. So you got to remove it nice and easy. Otherwise, all over your face. That was a metaphor in case you're... Let's try a Corona Ultra. Oh, Corona, Jesus Christ. Let's try a Michelob Ultra with a lime. Tastes like Mexico. All right. Where do I want to start today? Let's start with the contest, right? Let's talk about this contest. Me and Will basically has all the ideas. Will had a great idea. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a fucking contest, and it's this episode. So if you, the contest is, it's a good old-fashioned old HRK hang and bang. No one's banging. I just mean we're gonna bang, like we're gonna go hard. But when you watch this episode on YouTube, like it, share it, and put a comment. Right? Put a comment, and then based on the comment, we're gonna pick the best comment, and the comment gets to come with old HRK to a Willard Wilcox show. And I'm buying the drinks, and I'll give you a little HRK swag bag, which I have not created yet, but whatever. We got plenty of fucking time. So fucking, if you're watching this show, like it, share it, and put a comment in the fucking comments. So you can say you're a piece of shit, HRK. I don't fucking care. But that probably won't win you the contest. But then we'll hang out. We'll go watch Will, who's, as talented as anyone I've ever fucking seen. And I will have a great time. So that's the old HRK hang and bang. Again, bang is not in a sexual sense. I'm probably going to have to pick a guy. A girl's probably not going to be able to win, but I still urge girls to try to win. If a girl wins, if you're a girl, you can win, but you have to bring a date, and then I'm bringing Ashley. So that it's not, whatever. Fucking date night. Last week we talked about date night. I was like, well, it's, I was explaining how it's date night, and I got to stay sober on date nights. But when I've found that when I stay sober on date night and then meet Ashley for date night, what happens is we both start drinking at the same time. And I don't know if you know this about me, but if there was a job for professional drinker, I would be CEO of whatever company it was. So I can fucking drink and drink and drink and drink. Ashley's a 100-pound girl, you know what I mean? And she, she likes to have some drinks, but she's, she ain't old HRK. So when this happens, what happens is she gets drunk and I'm still sober. And then like her drunkenness, like kind of becomes an issue. I don't want to say anything too bad because I'm in the doghouse as it is. But the point is, I think that the key, I need to go into a date like 2 beers and a shot, maybe 4 beers and 2 shots in. And then we'd both be like, we'd hit that level right at the same time, and go home and do weird bedroom stuff. So, it's a process. We're growing as a couple every day. Even though I said I was in the doghouse, I'm in the fucking doghouse, man. I was out with Will, oddly enough, my creative cohort. We fucking went and we met for, I feel like I'm getting some weird reverb. Whatever. Let me just keep going. Every time this happens, it's fine. So I was out with Will fucking when was that, Will? Day before yesterday? Tuesday? Was that a Tuesday? It was Tuesday. I was out with Will. I was out before I met Will, and I was out after I met Will. I was out all fucking day and got myself in big trouble. Now, just to be clear, just because I say I was out doesn't mean I was in trouble for being out. There's a lot of other details about me being a huge jerk that I'm not going to expand on. But, whatever. So I'm in the fucking doghouse. It's funny, and I was thinking it's funny like relationships when you're a man, it's like a Jenga. It's like Jenga, Jenga game. And it's like to get in the good graces of a woman or stay in the good graces of a woman, you need to build constant momentum, right? You need to take that. Every time you take a Jenga piece out and successfully set it on top of the stack, you're building positive momentum. Dude, the other day I fucking woke up. I spent the night with my lovely girlfriend, and the kids were sick, and they were up all night, and she was getting out of bed all the time to go take care of them, mom shit. And in the morning, her little guy yelled. I just heard him yell, "Wawa!" Wawa's me. He yells, "Wawa!" And I was like sleeping. It was like fucking early, it was 5, 6 maybe, I don't know. And I was like, "Yeah, buddy." And he goes, "I got something on my back." And I knew that what happened was his butt exploded. You know what I mean? So and Ashley was up all night with these kids, and I knew she just needed to fucking sleep. So I got up. I got this little fucker he's awesome. He's like my dude. I got this little guy, and I got him out of his. I picked him up like when you like a piece of bacon with the tongs, like you don't want to get like. Whatever. So I fucking grabbed him like far away from me, brought him in the bathroom, ran downstairs, got a garbage bag, put all his shitty clothes in the garbage bag, started a bath, got him all fucking, got all the shit off of him. And we were just bullshitting, me and him, like dudes will do. And this is my point. I think that's a pretty fucking nice boyfriend. I feel like as boyfriends go, that kind of goes above and beyond. You know what I mean? That gave me like 5 minutes of being in the good graces of my girlfriend. but a fucking a debaucherous day with Will, which Will was there for like 4 hours. I was out for like 12. So again, I'm don't let me downplay like some dumb bitch will watch this and be like, "Oh God, that's not even that bad. She's the worst." No, I was being a real fucking dick. But anyways, the point is, I'm a dick. and it's 2 days of doghouse. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's like a Jenga. You set the pieces on the top. You're building this momentum, but then when the fucking Jenga thing falls, you just got to start all over. Like you got to legit start all over with the fucking momentum to rebuild. You got to rebuild from scratch to get back in that person's good graces. I'm not sure if that's fair or not. Maybe it is. You know what I mean? Maybe when I do something good, it's not as great as I think. And maybe when I do something bad, it's way worse than I can ever fucking fathom. But the point is, I'm fucked. Me and Will went to breakfast last week after the show. Am I allowed to say that? You can edit that out if you need to. I don't know if Will's allowed to go to breakfast with me. Oh, okay, no big deal. I feel like I'm the friend, like, Will, I wish that you were more like me so that when I was out all day, I could blame it on you. You know what I mean? But Ashley would never fucking buy that you were such a fucking degenerate. You know what I mean? But, like, I'm the friend that everyone's like, I was out with Ryan, they're like, fucking Christ. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm the guy that everyone blames everything on, even though, I don't know, I think I'm a pretty nice guy. But anyways, we were at breakfast, and when we come off the show, like, I usually have done, like, 2 beers and a shot, you know what I mean, and taken some sips off a cocktail. And fucking, we get to breakfast, and I just asked the girl, and I was probably a little hungover, and I asked the girl, I was like, hey, do you guys have like alcohol? Can I have like a Bloody Mary? And she looked at me. You remember this? And she was like, I'm a drinker too. I get it. And I was like, I never said anything about I'm a drinker. I just asked if I could get a Bloody Mary at breakfast. She's like, no, I get, like, I can tell, like, your eyes and like your maybe she said your skin or something. It was very fucking rude. And she's like, I'm a drinker too. I get it. And I was just like, fuck you, lady. But she was also very nice. And I don't know. I think maybe she listens to the podcast now. So if you're watching, I forget. Do you remember her name? It was like Angelina, and it was like I don't know, whatever. Anyways, that's not important. Point is, I guess you can take one look at me and tell I have a fucking problem. So that's awesome. Should probably start doing some skin treatments or something. A guy told me I should get a sleeve tattoo this week. That's the bartending. And this dude came in, and he's a regular, and he's got like a sleeve tattoo, and he's like, you should get a sleeve tattoo. I was just like, why the fuck would I do that? You know, like, I don't think, I got one tattoo. It's your standard 1999 barbed wire with a cross and then some shamrocks. You know, it's like, it's your standard. I'm 19, 23 fucking years ago, and I'm going to go to South Padre Island for spring break, and I'm going to get a tattoo, and that's what I fucking got. Whatever. And he's like, he was like telling me about like how his arms aren't that big, but he looks awesome with this tattoo. It makes his arms look great, and my arms would look fucking awesome with a sleeve tattoo. And I was like, buddy, I feel like at 42 years old, a sleeve tattoo is just like a midlife crisis for dudes who can't afford sports cars. Lucky for me, I can't even afford a fucking sleeve tattoo, so thank God, because I'd probably fucking get one and then have to spend the rest of my life making fun of myself. All right, do I got anything else? I got a divorce papers story, but I'm going to fucking sit on that. Joshua Tree. Dude, I've been seeing, like, I know like 7 people, know is whatever, but like through Instagram and Facebook that went to Joshua Tree in like the last week. You ever been to Joshua Tree, Will? You were going to take a vacation. Was that going to be part of your vacation? Okay, similar kind of deal, though. I'm going to be honest, I don't get it. I don't, like, I would think that when you go there, you're in a small house in the middle of the desert, and it's like a cute little, like, they're usually like, bohemian? They're usually decorated like in a bohemian fashion, which is like clutter, but it's it works, but it's usually like a cute little place, and you go out there, and I don't know how many days you spend in the desert, but there's nothing to fucking do. So except maybe it was Instagram, so you take cool pictures, I guess. But I think what you do there is you do drugs. That's the only thing that I can think of, how to pass fucking 72 hours in the fucking desert, and that's cool. Do the drugs. I just don't know why you got to drive to fucking what's it called, Joshua Tree, to do the drugs. I do drugs at home and watch Life of Pi, and I'm just like, this is fucking amazing. I just don't get it. But maybe I got to go, and then I'll get it. Sometimes things are like that. Sometimes you don't get something until you try it, like the thumb move. You don't get it till you try. Jesus Christ. The wheels are falling off this one quick. Let's get into the fucking ripping shot. I talk too much. We better start ripping shots. Oops. Let's start ripping shots.
Ripping shots. Ripping shots. All my friends are ripping shots. Ripping shots. Ripping shots. I'm stumbling a lot. I'm ripping.
Fuck that. I just shook it. And then I realized when you, because I like it chilled, but I realized that it's cloudy then. So we're going to start over. Look, today's shot. We're talking about abortion today. Abortion's all over social media, the news. Everybody's fucking up in arms. And it's Cinco de Mayo, so there's a shot called an abortion shot. And the abortion shot is, it's like a layered, creamy shot. You drop some grenadine in, and the grenadine kind of goes down in the shot. And it kind of looks like a little baby fetus. So with that, I invented a shot called the Mexican abortion because it's Cinco de Mayo. And it's ironic because Mexicans don't get abortions, right? Because they believe in the power of the family. So a Mexican abortion is, you put some tequila in there. We got mi campo tequila. You're going to do a little Rose's lime juice. And then, in honor of embryos, you're going to put a few dabs of tequila in there. And if you look, they just float around like little embryos. If you look close enough, you can see fingernails. It's beautiful. So I don't know. I've never tried this. It's probably fucking gross. But, it's ripping shots, so let's rip some fucking shots. Here goes. I don't know. Tastes better than a fetus, probably. It's good enough for me. Ooh, that Tabasco's kicking in. Oh, mama. This might be the first show in a while that I drink 2 beers during. So, I don't know, something about Roe Wade got overturned or it's going to get overturned or something, and everybody's fucking freaking the fuck out. I mean, abortion's never going to be illegal in a blue state. So, I feel like a lot of people don't need to worry. But everybody's fucking fired up. The only people that I see on social media more pissed than girls is dudes who never get any pussy. Guys who never get pussy are furious right now. They're just like, I'm so sick of men, fucking, and they're just going on their fucking rant. It's like, buddy, that's not the way. But whatever, you do you, Playboy. Maybe some girl will be like, oh yeah, I love how sensitive this guy is. I'll bang him, and then you go get an abortion. Fucking. Here's the thing. I don't think anybody's really pro-life is such a fake way of describing. Like, everyone's pro-life, no one's pro-death, but whatever. It's a fucking scenario. So my point is, I don't think anyone really is against abortion except like super rich old white politicians whose dicks don't work anyways. Now there's probably some church group dudes out there that are like, it's murder, blah 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 blah. But those dudes are just faking it for their wives. If they knocked up another girl in the church group, they would want her to get a fucking abortion. Let me tell you. This is whatever. We're really going for it today. I saw a meme about guys should just get vasectomies like at 16 and then get them reversed. And it was like a funny meme, but I fucking said that before. Like I just feel like when your son starts having sex, just get him a fucking vasectomy and let him get it reversed when he's gets married or whatever, when he wants to make a baby. Now I don't know a lot about vasectomies, having never had one, and maybe there's risks involved or something, whatever. But I still think that's what you should do, because look, best case, you can't make babies anymore, and then you're a man with no kids for the rest of your life. Oh, terrible. Now, I've got kids and I love them, but you know what I'm saying. So for today's ripping shots, what we're usually we do like a bullet type deal, right? Like a whatever. We read questions or whatever. So today I did some research. HRK was on the interweb doing some research, and I found risks of abortions. like the downside of having an abortion. And then what I did was I weighed that against the downside of having a baby, and we're just going to go point by point. So it should be fun. Hold on, my shit's all fucked up here. Okay. First one. It costs like $300. That's a bummer. $300 is hard to come by, especially depending on your circumstances. But also, $300 is like 1 week's worth of diapers. So, abortion wins. Number 2, mental health problems. It can cause mental health problems. You know what else can cause fucking mental health problems? Having fucking children. So, abortion wins again. Abortion increases a woman's risk of breast cancer. Here's the thing. Breast cancer doesn't really kill people anymore. You just kind of got to get new boobs. And if you have babies, you got to get new boobs too. So it's the same. You know what I mean? So you can call that one a tie, I guess. That one's a tie. Infertility and increased risk of future childbearing. I feel like that one's obvious. The whole point is kids are a fucking pain in the ass. So it's a fucking it's a what do you call that? Where like it's a like it looks like it's a bad thing, but it's a good thing. I don't fucking know. There's a word for it, I think, but I'm not smart enough to think of it right now. Cervical damage. Yeah, that's a bummer, but it's better than a giant vagina, right? So abortion wins again. And then the last one is death. Death, which to me is not necessarily worse than a lifetime of regret. So, I just think abortion wins again. So to sum fucking things up, it seems to me like abortion is really just like you're trading the insides of your body for you're sacrificing the insides to preserve the outsides, right? Like your cervix, I don't know what these things are or where they're located. I'm just going to point. Your cervix, your ovaries, your fallopian tubes. You're sacrificing those things. Those things get all fucked up. Whatever. And you maybe get breast cancer, bummer. But upside, your outsides, which is your vagina and your titties, stay intact. So not only am I pro-choice, you could go as far as to say I'm pro-abortion. I think everyone moving forward from now till the end of time should just get a fucking abortion. Do not make any more babies. My grandkids, if they get borned, are going to probably fucking live under Chinese rule anyways. The world's going to hell in a handbasket. Let's just start aborting every fucking baby that happens. And that's how I fucking feel about it. I don't know. Probably going to lose another sponsor, but that's okay. My goal is to say something more offensive than the thing I said the week before. I'm just trying to outdo myself. All right, we talked about Cinco de Mayo. This is a big week in broadcasting, if that's what we're doing here, because it's Cinco de Mayo, which is super fun. Great fucking party day. I got to go home and study, which is a total fucking bummer. I'm in the doghouse, like I said, so I can't drink all day. I know what you're thinking, HRK, what are you studying for? I got fucking, I had a dude come in. There's a guy who comes in the bar every now and then. He sells commercial insurance. And he was like, you'd be real good at this. I've had so many people in my life tell me, like, you'd be great at sales, you'd be great at sales. I'm like, well, give me a job, motherfucker. And every time I'm like, well, no, but you'd be great. Well, this guy paid for me to take the insurance, whatever the fuck, test. You can tell that I'm ready because I'm calling it whatever the fuck. So I took the class and now I got to take the test. I got to study. So the point is, I'm in the doghouse anyways. It's Cinco de Mayo. I'd love to go fucking party balls all day, but I got to study. So whatever. And I'm in the doghouse. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah. So it's a big week. So Cinco de Mayo, and then it's also Saturday is the Kentucky Derby. This will come out after Saturday, but the point is, I love the fucking Kentucky Derby, and with that, we're going to talk about a little bit of we're going to talk a little Kentucky right now, and what we're going to do for the drink is we're going to make a mint julep. Mint julep. Generally, what you do, I'm going to teach you how to make it the real way, and then how you should make it because you deserve better than the real way. When you make it the real way, you buy some mint leaves. You take the mint leaves out of the jewel bag. You smack them. You smack them across the glass. You beat it up. You just smack it not unlike. So today I taught you how to thumb a beer bottle and how to smack a glass with some mint leaves. It's real doozy today. But and then you add some simple syrup. You muddle it around to get those essential oils out into the drink. You add 2 ounces of bourbon, crushed ice, boomski, done. Here's the problem with that. Mint leaves don't stay long. You know what I mean? You basically got 1 or 2 days to use them. And so every time you want to drink a fucking mint julep, you're supposed to go to fucking Jewel and buy mint leaves. And you can only buy a bushel, and you need fucking 4 sprigs. 4 sprigs. I made that word up. Leaves, whatever. So there's a cheater's trick. There's this shit called Daly's Cocktail Mojito Mix. Works for mojitos too, which I don't think I've ever made on the show, but maybe I'll do a mojito soon. But the point is, you can fucking buy this fucking shit. It's got mint in it. It's basically a mixture of mint and simple syrup. You're going to add about 3/4 of an ounce of that. You're going to add 2 ounces of fucking Kentucky bourbon. All bourbon is from Kentucky. I don't know why I emphasized Kentucky bourbon. That's like saying crazy girl. It's a waste of time, waste of a word. But we're using Woodford Reserve today. You're going to go 2 ounces. Oh, a little bit spilled out there. The problem with these some of these fancy bottles, the pour don't fit right. Whatever, that's not important. And then you're going to fucking just add crushed ice. Now, you can add some bitters if you want. You can top it with some soda if you want. But that's just not important. What is important is the crushed ice. And I got here early this morning and crushed some ice up. I got it in a bag. Normally, I would not just dip my hand in a bag of ice like this, but I'm the only one drinking it. And the only thing I've thumbed today is a beer bottle because, like I said, I'm in the fucking doghouse. So, Now, if you're making this the gay way, I don't mean that in a sexual sense, just in a derogatory sense, so it's not offensive. All due respect to the gays. I said all due respect, so I can't get in trouble. You're gonna garnish it with some fucking mint leaves, but fuck them mint leaves. Cheers, mint julep. Yeah, it's just a fucking big glass of bourbon. Anyone who says like it doesn't taste as good with the mix as if you made it like from scratch, maybe that's true a little. Like maybe it's not quite as good, but it's a big glass of fucking bourbon. So you're not going to taste it after the first one anyways. You know what I mean? It doesn't fucking matter. So get off your fucking pretentious high Kentucky Derby horse and just shut the fuck up and use the mix because it's better and it's faster and you deserve to save that time to watch the race. So here we go. Let's get into, look, we're doing, usually like I'll field the questions during Ripping Shots, but I got a question today. I got a question this week from a gal from Kentucky, oddly enough. So it's kind of funny. And where the fuck did I put the guy? Tony with an I, it's a female. From Elizabethtown, Kentucky says, she sent me this question, so I just thought I'd talk about it, whatever. If you suspect someone of doing things behind your back, and figure they are, she typed it like shit, but basically, she thinks and figure they are deleting evidence. Can you go through their phone? She's like, I think and I saw she's married, so I assume she's talking about her husband, but maybe she's got a boyfriend, you know what I mean? Or maybe she's divorced and just kept it married. Who the fuck knows? But the point is, she said, I think my man is up to something. Can I go through his phone? Well, first of all, the first thought that came to my mind was like, because she put, you think he's deleting evidence. If he's deleting evidence, going through his phone isn't going to do you any fucking good because he's deleting fucking evidence. But that was just my initial thought, and then I thought more about it. And there's some layers to this thing, so let's fucking, how are we doing on time? Oh, fuck, perfect. So let's get into this thing. First of all, if you're married, I feel like you can just look at your partner and be like, let me see your phone. Now, it might not be the most comfortable situation, or wait for him to get in the shower and just look through his phone. But my point is, like, if you've been dating someone for 2 weeks and you start going through their phone, even if you find something, they can be like, you're fucking crazy. I'm breaking up with you. If you're married, they can't be like, I'm divorcing you for going through my phone. You know what I mean? Like you're past the point of phone protection plan. The phone is fucking fair game. So you could just be like, let me see your phone, motherfucker, like catch him off guard, or wait for him to get in the shower or go mow the lawn and fucking go through it. I think, is he protecting his phone? Like, I feel like if people protect their phones, then maybe there's more reason to think that, I'm not saying that's automatic, but maybe there's more, I like to keep my phone by me all the time. And when I go to bed, I put my phone face down, but that's because I don't like to light up. You know what I mean? Like, I'll leave my phone out when I take a shower or something. I mean, I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Ashley's gone through my phone a time or two. She usually finds something she doesn't like. But it's never like meet me at the hotel. You know what I mean? So my point is like, I'm not super worried about my phone. When we get into it about the phones, I'm always like, well, do you want to look? You know? So, and she's the same. You know what I mean? Like, just look at my phone, I don't give a fuck. But the point is, if they're deleting shit, you're not going to find anything anyways, except that he's a guy. Right? And guys are not as good as girls at deleting shit. So you probably will find something, and I'm going to tell you the fucking trick. You want to fucking look for something, don't scroll through the texts looking for a girl's name or a phone number that you don't recognize. Go right to his best friend's thread. Go right to his best friend's thread, because the best friend knows everything, and that's where you'll find what you're looking for. You know what I mean? But here's the problem. The problem with going through your person's phone is if you don't find anything, you're a fucking psychopath. You know what I mean? So it's a risk. Like, you take a risk every time you look at it, because if you don't find anything, you're going to fucking hear about it. And also, even if you find, like, you could go through his friend text and maybe the most recent text is from 3 days ago. That's fucking, that for you, that means, what the fuck are you deleting? But you don't really know what they're deleting, so it's not a smoking gun. You know what I mean? It's like circumstantial evidence in a murder trial. You know what I mean? In a baby abortion Mexican murder trial, it's like circumstantial evidence. You know what I mean? It's like if there's a fetus on the floor, but you don't really know who coat hangered it out of there. Sorry. Any fucking ways, I'm saying that, like, but the point is, going through the phone is a slippery slope, because you're probably not going to find anything that's like a smoking gun. It's always going to be, well, what the fuck does this mean? Usually they can talk their way out of it. And even if they're deleting shit, you know, you can be like, why'd you delete that? And then he can just say, like, well, it's because I knew you'd be, like, they can flip it around. They can give you the old flip around and thumb move, which I'm a big fan of. So I don't know. I think the real answer is relationships are a leap of faith. Right? It's a leap of faith. And you got to just make a decision to either trust and love the person or be a paranoid fucking psycho. But if you're going to be a paranoid psycho, you're living on borrowed time from Jump Street. So just decide if you want to love the person or not. And even if he is sending his best friend text messages about some girl's big fake titties or something, he's probably not banging her. And if you just love him the way you want him to love you, he'll probably start loving you back the same way. And maybe he'll cut out those nasty scumbag texts to his best friend. So that's my advice. Or I'm wrong and he's totally fucking driving a girl to the abortion clinic right now. He's on his way to Aurora. Don't ask me how I know the abortion clinic's in Aurora. Oh, fuck. Okay, with that, this is Old HRK signing off, saying, I don't know. Here's to every pregnancy from now to the end of time being aborted until we no longer are a species on this planet. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and that's it.
Thanks for listening to The Perfect Drink. Remember, you can always hear me first on Be Positive Radio.
Wait.
Every month.
Didn't do last call. Close one. That was a close one, Will. Normally I'd slam the drink, but that's a giant glass of bourbon. I'm not fucking with that. Okay, last call to sum things up. I already said a couple of them. If you sum things up, fucking win the old HRK hang and bang. You know what I mean? Participate in that fucking contest and win it. Abortions are no one's favorite option, but sometimes they're necessary, so quit being a fucking judgmental douchebag. And if you think you got to go through your person's phone, it's probably more of a you issue than a them issue anyways. So just let that person be happy. Take care.
Thanks for listening to The Perfect Drink. Remember, you can always hear me first on Be Positive Radio every Monday at 1 p.m. If you miss me there, all episodes are available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you might listen to your podcasts. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tell a friend. If you're interested in being a guest on the show or you just want to tell me how much you like me, feel free to send me an email at hrkpresents@gmail.com or just slide into my DMs like your mom does. See you next time.
Like your mom does.